There's always one football family. There can never be two. We will disagree on issues, but let's think Ghana football first. Let's come together and build our football. We will disagree, but when we believe in the vision that ultimately it is football, we'll be careful in our public utterances. It is the sport that feeds millions of people. It is the sport that unites this country.
I remember one day I was climbing the stairs of the FA with Mr. Jamel Marabi. Then I had a call. It was from President Keto Kriku. Those were the days I was doing a Boboba and those stuff. Then he called and he said, Ose, now Crofona Boboba ma or mono, unso mo call monim saying, Jaya Boboba and now super BB. You know, I later sat quietly to think about the statement he made. I said, "One more Boboba ma woman, they be a woman call money." And I must confess, the day I took the decision to stop Boboba, that is when I began becoming a better person. It is not wrong to criticize, but you criticize constructively.
The Ghana Football Association organized a one-day capacity building workshop for members of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana. The training for the Southern Zone took place at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly Hall, while Sitakel Hotel hosted the training for the Northern sector.
When they talk about negativity, it's when certain personalities embark on an agenda to destroy the product. That is when it's negative. But when you have gone to the stadium and something is factual and you report it, there is nothing negative about it. So don't get confused about that. It is the agenda some of us set to destroy the product. And at the end of the day, once we destroy the product, all of us suffer.
In attendance were President of the Ghana Football Association, Kurt Edwin Simeon Okraku, General Secretary Prosper Harrison Addo, and Deputy General Secretary Alex Asante. The workshop was to ensure that sports journalists understand the workings of the GFA and to build on the existing relationship between the sports media and the Football Association.
The media, you supported your own football association to be victorious. We thank you.
Integrity Officer Obed Tufo led a team of experts to train club officials in the field of integrity and club licensing.
We all have to protect the integrity of our beautiful game.
This is something that I will want to urge the FA that it shouldn't be only a yearly program. If it can be done halfway through every season, so that everybody that is involved will get to know the do's and the don'ts of it.
Club licensing manager Julius Ben Emuna led the training in club licensing as well as safety and security and good conduct.
We don't know that where we are going to now is not reactionary, but management and preventive. So we need to plan ahead. We need to manage and put down mitigating measures ahead of time before the issues happen. So we need to anticipate.
Thank God we have gotten a very serious facilitators who have taken us through the system, the competition rules, protocol, match fixing or match integrity course, and others, stadium management and match day operations, which has built our capacity to be able to conduct ourselves and our management and supporters well for this season. And I believe that if it is continued, it will go a long way to help Ghana football.
The 2019-2020 league season was launched at the Accra Sports Stadium to a rapturous expectations, but the season was later cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Let me also reiterate that the ban on public gatherings, religious or social, is still in force. Anyone, irrespective of status, religion, or ethnicity, who is found to be flouting them will be dealt with fully in accordance with law.
The Premier League reached the halfway spot, same as the Division 1 League and the Women's League. In July 2020, the Youth Employment Agency enrolled 500 people within the women's football space into their program for 6 months. They included players within the Women's Premier League and 20 others within the competition. The intervention came on the heels of the economic hardship caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's recap some moments from the media interaction in the lead-up to the announcement.
We are aware of the current pandemic in the world, which is the COVID-19. As an employment agency, we have been monitoring the effects of the COVID on several employment in the country and for that matter, the world. One avenue that has been hardly hit by this COVID-19 is our sports fraternity. So I must say it was very refreshing and welcoming when the GFA president, Mr. Kweku, came to see the agency that they needed support for various football activities in the country. In fact, I must commend him and the GFA for bringing such a worthy proposal to the agency for us to look into it. So in a nutshell, we are here this morning to sign an agreement between the two state institutions, that is the Youth Employment Agency and National Sports Authority, whereby YEA is going to provide financial assistance in the form of allowance to our various sportsmen and women in this country for the period of 6 months. Afterwards, that we will review to see the impact.
Some of the players who benefited from the deal shared their thoughts.
Ever since women's football started, news be say that
it's a motivation for us that better things are going to happen.
So I think this is enough for now. At least I'm able to provide some small basic necessities for their parents and maybe their siblings.
30 players from each team, and each player is going to be paid 500 Ghana cedis for 6 months. It will benefit them a lot. Some of them, women's soccer, we don't have spectators much, and so no money. And this is going to help them a lot.
We are talking about 30 players for each of the 16 clubs. So we are looking at about 480 players that are going to be put on a salary. This is a big deal.
I welcome you to a memorable experiences, and to all stakeholders in the football fraternity, let's continue the good work in developing Ghana football to its highest potential. It is our own. Let's support our own. I thank you all for coming, and on that note, I humbly declare the 2021-2022 football season duly launched.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the 2021-2022 football season is officially launched.
Hasselblad kick-starting their Premier League campaign this season with this game against Obuasi Ashanti Godia. After that game against Aduana Stars was called off because of COVID concerns.
Accra Hearts of Oak won the 2020-2021 Premier League under the tutelage of Samuel Boadu, who joined halfway through the season from Midiema. The former Midiema and Shooting Stars boss masterminded their smooth rise from the mid-table to the top of the league log as Hearts of Oak beat rivals Asante Kotoko to win the title. At the end of the season, Accra Hearts of Oak were crowned champions of the 2020-2021 Premier League campaign. In the Women's Premier League, Hazakes Ladies defeated Ampem Dakoan Ladies to win both the Women's FA Cup and the Women's Premier League.
The side, Janet Ejiri, who once again left the trophy on behalf of her team, a performance well deserved.
The two sides clashed in the final of the Premier League, and Hazakes Ladies once again beat their opponents to win the double.
There's always one football family. There can never be two. We will disagree on issues, but let's think Ghana football first. Let's come together and build our football. We will disagree, but when we believe in the vision that ultimately it is football, we'll be careful in our public utterances. It is the sport that feeds millions of people. It is the sport that unites this country.